If you're over 60 and you've been noticing something strange happening with your feet, tingling, unusual pain, skin that doesn't look quite right, what I'm about to share could help you detect diabetes months or even years before your doctor runs a single test. Because your body starts sending distress signals through your feet long before any blood test would ever catch it. And most people dismiss every single one of them. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel, and today I'm sharing 9-foot warning signs that could indicate elevated blood sugar, what's actually happening inside your body when each one appears, and the simple daily habits that can protect you starting right now. Before we get into all 9 signs, I want you to do something for me. Type just one word in the comments below: tingling, burning, swelling, or cold. I want to see which foot symptom is affecting you the most right now. Here's what you need to understand first. The Centers for Disease Control estimates that over 8 million Americans are living with undiagnosed diabetes today. That's 8 million people whose nerves, kidneys, and blood vessels are being silently damaged right now. The good news is your feet are essentially a window into your blood sugar, and what they're showing you could give you a critical head start. Let's go through all 9 signs. Sign number 1, tingling, numbness, or a pins and needles feeling in your feet. My foot just falls asleep sometimes. Doesn't everybody's? I hear this constantly. And yes, crossing your legs too long can do that. But if this is happening regularly, without any obvious reason, we need to talk about what's really going on. When blood sugar stays elevated for months or years, it begins attacking the protective coating around your nerve fibers. Those nerves are responsible for carrying signals from your brain all the way down to the tips of your toes. Think of those nerves like electrical wires running through your house. Every wire has a plastic coating around it that keeps the signal clean and safe. When blood sugar stays high, it's like acid slowly eating through that coating. The signal gets fuzzy, and that fuzziness is the tingling you feel. According to the American Diabetes Association, peripheral neuropathy, that's the medical name for nerve damage in the extremities, affects nearly 50% of people with diabetes, and it almost always begins in the feet. Daily habit: start with a 20 to 30 minute walk every single day. Movement keeps blood flowing to those nerve endings and protects them. And start cutting added sugar out of your diet today, not next week, today. Sign number 2, a burning sensation in the soles of your feet, especially at night. Statistic I need you to hear. The CDC reports that diabetic foot ulcers are the leading cause of non-traumatic lower limb amputations in the United States, over 100,000 per year. And nearly every single one of those started as a small wound that was ignored. Daily habit: after every shower, sit down and examine both feet, every toe, every heel, in between the toes. If you see a cut, a blister, or any broken skin, clean it gently with mild soap and water, apply antiseptic, and cover it. If it hasn't improved in 48 hours, call your doctor immediately. Sign number 4, dark or reddish discoloration around your ankles. I've always had darker skin on my ankles. I figured it was just sun damage from years ago. That's a very common explanation, and sometimes it's correct. But when circulation is compromised by high blood sugar, the pattern of discoloration is different. It's not patchy. It tends to be a deepening, reddish brown, or even bluish tint that wraps around the lower legs and ankles. Think of your blood as a delivery truck carrying oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body. Your feet are at the very end of the longest delivery route in your body. When the roads narrow because of damaged blood vessels, deliveries stop arriving on time. The skin, starved of fresh oxygen, literally changes color in response. A study in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology found that these skin changes are detectable, on average, 18 months before a formal diabetes diagnosis. Daily habit: spend 5 minutes every morning doing ankle circles, toe raises, and calf stretches. Even small movement pushes blood into the lower legs. If you're sitting for long periods, elevating your feet just a few inches makes a meaningful difference. Sign number 5, severely cracked heels that don't respond to moisturizer no matter how much you use. My heels crack every winter. It's just dry skin. I've tried every cream. I understand. But when those cracks are happening in summer too, or when no amount of moisturizer touches them, that changes the picture entirely. Diabetes affects what doctors call the autonomic nerves, the ones that run your body's automatic functions. One of those functions is regulating moisture and sweat production in the skin. When these nerves are damaged, the sweat glands in your feet stop working properly. Your skin loses its natural moisture from the inside out. No topical cream will fix a problem that's coming from within. And here's the danger. Those cracks are open doors for bacteria and infection. In feet with poor circulation, infections can become serious with alarming speed. The American Podiatric Medical Association identifies chronic, hard-to-treat heel cracking as a significant indicator of autonomic nerve damage in older adults, a condition directly linked to long-term elevated blood sugar. Daily habit: moisturize your feet thoroughly every night before bed. Soles, heels, tops of feet, never between the toes, where trapped moisture breeds fungal infection. And drink your 8 glasses of water daily. External moisturizer and internal hydration work together. Sign number 6, persistent swelling in the feet and ankles with deep sock marks at the end of the day. My ankles puff up by evening. My doctor said it's just from standing too long. Occasional swelling from activity is normal, but if your feet and ankles are swollen every single day and your socks are leaving deep indentations in your skin every evening, that is a different conversation. High blood sugar over time damages the kidneys, and your kidneys are the body's fluid regulators. Think of them like the drainage system of your house. When that system is compromised, fluid has nowhere to go, and gravity pulls it straight down to your feet and ankles. That pooling fluid isn't just uncomfortable. It's a signal that your kidney filtration system is under serious stress. The National Kidney Foundation reports that diabetic kidney disease affects approximately 1 in 3 adults with diabetes, and swelling in the lower extremities is frequently the first visible sign that kidney function is being compromised. Daily habit: when you rest, elevate your feet above the level of your heart, even just propped on a pillow. This helps pull accumulated fluid back towards your core. Reduce sodium in your diet. Salt causes water retention. Read labels. Processed foods are loaded with hidden sodium. Sign number 7, sharp stabbing pains or electric shock sensations in your feet. I've been taking ibuprofen for this foot pain for months. I assumed it was old arthritis acting up. Here's the problem with that assumption. When the pain has a completely different origin, ibuprofen will never touch it. Damaged nerves don't always cause numbness. Sometimes they become hyperactive, like a damaged car alarm that screams every few minutes for no reason. Nobody is breaking in. The alarm is just broken. That's what an overactive, damaged nerve does. It fires random, intense signals that your brain interprets as stabbing, electric, or burning pain. And it almost always happens worst at night when you're lying still. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that painful diabetic neuropathy affects approximately 25% of people with diabetes and is frequently misdiagnosed as arthritis or tendinitis for years before the true cause is identified. Daily habit. Every morning before getting out of bed, spend 5 minutes doing gentle foot and ankle stretches. Flex your feet, circle your ankles, pull your toes back slowly. Every night, give your feet a gentle 3-minute massage using small circular strokes. This keeps blood moving and calms overactive nerve signals. Sign number 8, feet that feel cold no matter the temperature, even under blankets in a warm room. I've always had cold feet. My husband jokes I could freeze a swimming pool. Cold feet are common, but there's a difference between cold feet and feet that are cold in July. Cold under 3 blankets. Cold when the rest of your body feels perfectly warm. Persistent cold feet are one of the strongest indicators of significantly compromised blood circulation in the lower extremities. Your blood vessels have narrowed or stiffened to the point where warm blood simply isn't reaching the tips of your feet anymore. Think of your circulatory system like a heating system, running warm pipes to every room in your house. When those pipes narrow, heat doesn't make it to the farthest rooms. Those rooms stay cold, not because the furnace isn't working, but because the delivery pipeline is blocked. The American Heart Association identifies peripheral artery disease caused by narrowed blood vessels as affecting over 8 million Americans, with diabetes being the single largest risk factor. Cold feet are one of its earliest symptoms. Daily habit. A brisk 30-minute walk every single day. Not a stroll, a purposeful arm-swinging walk. This forces circulation into the lower legs and feet. Start with 10 minutes if 30 feels like too much. The key is doing it daily. Sign number 9, hair loss on the lower legs and tops of the feet. I never even noticed until you mentioned it. That's exactly what my patients say when I point this out during a foot exam. Most people simply haven't looked. Hair follicles require a steady supply of oxygenated blood to function. When circulation is significantly impaired by long-standing elevated blood sugar, the follicles in your lower legs and feet slowly stop receiving what they need. Over time, often over years, they stop producing hair entirely. That absent or noticeably thinning hair is a visible marker of blood vessel damage that has been quietly progressing in the background. Research published in Diabetes, Obesity, and Metabolism found that hair loss on the lower extremities correlates significantly with peripheral vascular disease in diabetic patients, a frequently overlooked but highly reliable sign. Daily habit. Right now, after this video, look at your lower legs and the tops of your feet. If the hair is significantly thinner than the hair on your upper legs or absent entirely, schedule a blood glucose test this week. A basic fasting glucose test costs approximately $12 at any certified lab and is covered by Medicare. Let me quickly recap all 9 warning signs. Sign number 1, tingling, numbness, or pins and needles in the feet. Sign number 2, burning sensation in the soles, especially at night. Sign number 3, cuts or blisters that won't heal. Sign number 4, dark or reddish skin discoloration around the ankles. Sign number 5, severely cracked heels that resist moisturizer. Sign number 6, persistent foot and ankle swelling with deep sock marks. Sign number 7, sharp stabbing electric shock pains. Sign number 8, feet that stay cold regardless of temperature. Sign number 9, hair loss on the lower legs and tops of the feet. If you have a friend or family member over 55 who has been dismissing any of these symptoms as just getting older, please share this video with them today. You may be giving them information that changes their life. Subscribe to my channel for more evidence-based health guidance designed specifically for adults over 55 who want to stay ahead of their health, not just react to it. Here is what I want you to remember most. Your body starts warning you about elevated blood sugar long before any lab test would catch it. And the very first place those warnings appear is in your feet. Stay aware, stay proactive, and take extraordinary care of those feet. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.